Welcome everyone back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
This is Hunter x Hunter episode 52. Last time was Requiem for Uvo. Who knows what'll happen this time? We know what's gonna happen next time, at least I do. And you can too if you go to patreon.com/BOLDcast to see uncut reactions and to get at least a week ahead. Uncut reactions have better audio and visual, and you can get up to a week ahead or possibly more. Check out how far ahead we are right now. Link in the description, patreon.com/BOLDcast. Leave a like and subscribe on this video if you want to support us. Also, for those of you who support us on Patreon, we really thank you very much. Thank you so much for supporting us on Patreon.
Thank you.
Let's go.
You do it this time.
Assault X and X Impact.
We are currently evaluating the situation. That doesn't give too much. They're gonna get near this building. They're already in this building. It's just like when you've been hired as a bodyguard, but it was all to the end of getting close to the phantom troops so that you could kill them. And then it was perfectly aligned where you were still employed, but you got told that your job was fighting the phantom troop. And then you just got demoted back to watching an unconscious girl in her bed. What's that guy? Sorry, yeah.
There's a pen in his neck already.
Nice try. Not putting up much of a fight. I don't know about this ambulance. Yes. I love that he can actually do that. I'd be so scared to be trapped in a train. Like, what if one of them just came down here and decided to start killing the whole train? Don't worry, we've trained for this. Running down a tunnel. Oh yeah, the auction.
If they get inside, no weapon is gonna save you, my friend.
You really just shouldn't have come, if I'm being completely honest. You wouldn't happen to be, you know, fighting members of the Phantom Troop, would you? Yeah.
確かに奴らは強い。でも足も出ない。だからクラピカの協力がいるんだ。俺たちも力になりたい。ふざけるな。お前たちの自殺行為に手を貸す気はない。奴らのアジト知りたくない？団員の能力についても分かったことが。くどい。いいから旅団から手を引くんだ。
Stay out of this, you fucking children.
Yeah, literally dealing with actual children.
クラピカだぞ。あいつら島の子で探してるよ。お前が俺たちの仲間とも対等とも。
Now he's getting pissed off.
Oh, he's gonna tell him that his dad's in town? Oh, I could have.
クラピカ。あいつらの一人が前で泣いたんだ。仲間を殺した奴を許さないって。俺それを見たとき無性にやるせなくって許せなかった。俺たちもあいつらを止めたいんだ。頼むよクラピカ。こちらからかけ直す。お前が俺たちのことを仲間とも対等とも思えないならあいつらを止めたいんだ。ダメだ。あいつが強すぎる。俺たちが太刀打ちできねえ。どのくらい強いのかというと、このくらい。
Holy shit.
Wow. Just playing them like a video game.
He broke. Zero regard for human life
Yeah.
at all.
Doesn't care about them at all. Come on. Someone's
Get
already
on
inside
what?
the building.
Get on what?
He said he was gonna patrol the building and someone's already in there. Get on it. I like how she just uses guns, because her ability isn't really like a fighting ability.
It's been every phone call tonight.
Yeah.
Buddy, get out of there. Like,
But I mean, like,
2,000 men? 2,000 men have been wiped out?
you know, they're just way too powerful.
目的は残りのオークションを締めた仲間の敵討ち。望むところだ。
Oh, that was one of them breaking stuff.
わしはゼノゾロディックというものじゃ。伝説のゾロディック、ゾロディック家。一人このビル内に資格が入っとる。おたくらが雇った暗殺者の何人かはすでにやられた。仮に主らがそれぞれ武器を持ったとしてもこの場で7秒以内に全員敵も似たような力量じゃ。分かった。そこにおれ。死にたいなくだわ。
Honestly, just find a place to hide. Just
It would take me 7 seconds to kill the whole pack of you. So shut your fucking faces.
Damn, this guy's really proving that the pen is mightier than the sword here.
How long were you thinking about that joke?
I just thought of it. Beautiful.
さっきもほんの一瞬で消し、わずかな余韻すら残さない。
仕方ない縁を使うか。あれは神経削るからしんどいんじゃが、やめて地下へ追い詰めるとしよう。
このビルだと半径100メートル近くあるぞ。親父。
That's what we just learned about, right?
You could do 300 meter
Wow.
N.
ラピカ遅いぞすぐ戻ってこいネオンの様を離れるな
はい戻ります。くそ。
Just where Kurapika's about to go in, right? So close.
久しぶりだね。
俺を覚えている。
釣れるわけない。
Is he the one that he got hired to kill? Oh.
苦労したな。親父、気をつけろ。奴は他人の能力を盗む。
Steal your techniques. I love how they all just disappear. It's like it's so fast, no one can even see it. Does he rip up the floor? Get him?
2対1はさすがにきついな。
俺の肌に傷をつけるとはなかなかいいことだな。
It takes a quality knife to scratch me.
Ben's knife. We saw one of those in the market. Killua picked it out. Poison.
Is that his hair?
Yeah.
問題ない。
問題ないっすか。0.1mg でクジラとか動けなくする薬なんだけど。
Good for him to immediately realize
Yeah.
it, though.
盗むか特殊系じゃなもし盗んだ能力を自在に使えるとしたら今日だがそれは盗む際のリスクの高さを意味する、でなければそれだけの能力は得られまい4つか5つ盗むまでにクリアせればならない条件があると見
ご名答。やりづらいじいさん。
わしら2人と戦いながらその条件をクリアするのは至難つまりわしらの能力が戦いの最中に盗むまずあるまい
You better keep fighting then, not just like letting him stand around.
それも正解。仕方ない。
シルバサポートせいわしが奴の動きを止めたら足物ともで構わんやれ
Oh my god.
Yokai. He's immediately prepared to kill his father in this random bounty.
Yeah.
That's how committed they are to their fucking craft.
He's old and would have died anyway.
Bum bam!
手にオールを集中させた。凄まじい経験者。あれで疲れたら俺の防御力でもガードしきれない。
His book. Bandit Secret. Skill Hunter. That's his ability. It's not just a book, it's his shit. The owl.
Oh, he,
To capture shit.
なんと具現化系か
that's so. I like that.
厄介じゃのう一つであろうが性質がわからぬ以上うかつに攻撃できると普通の使い手ならば思うじゃろうが
Long Tao Shihua. Dragon Lance. He's a fucking Dragon Ball Z character.
Yeah.
奴自身の能力は具現化した本に他人の能力をさらに自在に引き出し使えるというものしかしその代償として引き出した能力を使う際は常にその本を手にしていなければならない
That's one of the conditions.
That's cool. So he's very similar to Kurapika then.
A specialist, yeah.
Yeah. But he conjures the book.
What do you mean?
Like they said it's a conjured book, so that must be his like thing that he does, and then he can use the other things.
I guess. I think that it's like it's a conjure. I think the conjure ability was the cloak that he had. Like
No,
that's
he
what
said he said a conjured book.
We could go back, but I think he said like, oh, a mantle, a conjurer. That's a conjurer's ability or whatever. I think he was referring to the cloth. But he did also conjure the book. But he has like a bunch of but he is a specialist. So.
Yeah.
He said this time he said he conjures a book, but previously when he was guessing, he said you must be a specialist. The mantle is also a conjured item. The mantle is the thing.
恐ろしいじいさん
His super old man just comes in.
生きられた
He's predicting every move.
けど無理かな
本を閉じると引き出した能
He's
力
trying to capture him alive.
Well, he probably wanted to steal his
his
skills.
ability,
Yeah.
大した使い手だ親父の攻撃を紙一重でかわしながら俺への警戒も全く怠らないあの時より体術はさら
That
に
was sick.
しかし秘めた能力が未知数である以上命を落として動きを止めない限り確実には仕留められない
Oh my god! So no, my fortune said I would be fine. My fortune said I would be fine.
その振動が予想外の展開を生むことをクラピカはまだ知らない
Unexpected development. So it seems like they're all fucking emitters, or both of them are at least.
That's cr-
How
They're
crazy.
just, yeah, they're from a different anime. They're just like
They're Dragon Ball Z
Yeah.
characters. For sure. What'd you think of the episode?
Good episode. I love that. I love that we see Kurapika almost come up to fight him, and he doesn't. And he goes back and does his job.
Yeah.
And then these guys roll in, so we can have like a super epic fight.
Kurapika would have been done for.
Yeah.
He would have been done for.
He what's cool is like, I don't know, just based on the prediction and seeming like he's gonna, you know, the leader of the fan troop is gonna probably walk away from this. And so there's like opportunities for Kurapika to then come and fight him later, possibly. And because they're so similar, both specialists, like I feel like that kind of, depending on like how it plays out next, could kind of, you know, lead up to something really big later on, potentially. And then this fight was just awesome because it's one of those cool moments where it's like a zero stakes fight. Like, you're not super emotionally invested in any of these three people. So if the grandpa does die,
It could. Anything could happen in this
and
moment.
it wouldn't affect really anything for like in our current story. Like, it doesn't matter if all three of them died. I mean, it would suck for Killua to have his dad and his grandpa die. Maybe, but he seemed to have a decent relationship with his dad.
Seem to.
But you know, it's just kind of cool because it can go all out. And obviously, just to see, like, before we talked about how we saw Kurapika being on such another level from Gon and Killua, and then we have Killua's dad and grandpa being on another level, and showing that the leader of the Phantom Troop, is on not even on their level. Like, he's
together. He's struggling to fight both of them, but he is fighting both of them.
He's fighting both of them, and he's very, very fast. But in the end, it's a 2 versus 1.
Yeah.
But it's just like to subtly, I don't know, be really determining the power scaling within this arc is really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, because we just saw the fight, like, Uvo, who's like a master enhancer and one of the most powerful people we've seen, but you would assume that CHROLLO is stronger than Uvogin, at least like a better fighter, maybe not physically stronger, but
and he has good strategy.
Like a more formidable, like if you had the power level, he would be higher up on that. But yeah, and then obviously, like you said, like the fact that they're all even higher than the last crazy fight we saw, and the last crazy encounter with Gon and Killua and the other troop members, etc., etc.
It keeps ramping up, but I love because everyone has their own abilities. It's always fresh. It's not just like, oh, this person is more jacked than the other person, or this person can just put off more of a fiery aura when they're fighting the other person. It's not just like, okay, this person's hair goes more spikier than the previous person. It's I
like that there's a
different
balance.
Ways.
Because even in the Requiem, there's like we see all the Phantom Troop use all their powers. And, we're reminded that not everybody, like there's Pakunoda who's just shooting guns, and there's like Shalnark who is taking control of people. So there is a balance. It's not all crafty people. Sometimes there is like emitters like these two. At least I think Zeno's an emitter. He might be maybe Silva's a transmuter. I can't remember, but they seem to both be creating like energy and using it to like blast forth. I'm pretty sure Zeno's an emitter. Could be wrong. Maybe he has abilities and other things. I don't remember. But they seem to be both emitters. And they have like the most Dragon Ball Z, other than Uvo, like the most Dragon Ball Z-esque powers we've seen. But it doesn't come off as like, oh, really? So now we just got big explosions and energy blasts?
Because you know that not everyone has
Not everyone has it, but some people do. It's part of this whole spectrum. And
it doesn't mean that they can't be defeated if someone else had an ability that, like, or they could outsmart them in a certain way, or like, you know what I mean? Like everything can be defeated by something else.
Yeah.
And also it's taking into account like the users themselves.
And I love how we see CHROLLO's ability. It's revealed full. There's been hints here and there that his ability is to steal shit. I don't think that I don't think it was fully confirmed, but I like the fact that it didn't come out randomly in battle because Silva had faced him before.
Yeah, he knew all about it.
He knew, but nobody else knows, because the Zoldicks don't just share information like nothing, because they're, they have a vested interest in case they do get hired like they are now to be the ones to take them down and get the bounty, because they're professionals. So they don't tell anybody, and his ability does remain a secret. But there are people out there who's faced, very few probably, maybe not more than the people in this room, who've faced him before. But I just like that. I like that, like, we just found out during our battle that his ability is to steal other people's abilities. Silva immediately opens up with his ability is to steal other people's ability. Yeah.
It's another thing of characters like
being
just
smart,
knowing things, and like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna give you a warning before we start this fight. Be careful of him. Okay, let's go. Like, yeah.
I love that. I like that was like the kind of the reveal of his shit. And just the way, again, Hunter x Hunter's amazing at how it builds towards a crescendo, like the way the power scaling kind of escalates. Like they start out fighting with just like an attack, and they try to get him, they just try to go for him, and then he pulls out the Ben's knife. And I like how immediately, it's probably poisoned. It takes a good knife to cut me. That's probably a Ben's knife, which we learned about before.
Yes.
Like, that setup is cool. And immediately he uses the fact that his hair is like some kind of steel wire, but is so luscious and Griffith-esque is so cool. And then he uses that to like create a tourniquet. And then I love how it's just like, how are you? I'm fine. And then he's just like, half a milligram of that would be enough to tranquilize a whale. Like,
He's just fine, yeah.
It's like, again, the control over their bodies because they're so professional. And the fact that Zeno's like, if it comes to it, kill me, sacrifice me. And
yeah, it's like they have no stakes in this other than the fact that they're getting paid for it.
Normal people would be like, I'm not dying for this.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not dying for my job. Like, this is my job.
But they care.
This person didn't, like, yeah.
They care. They have integrity, and they really care about, they have like this is like that sense of honor that I was talking about, that like the Akatsuki didn't have but needed to be good, or that the Phantom Troupe also have this like honor among thieves, or this sort of chivalry that the most depraved people can have, like a code that they stick to, or a thing that they find really important. That's something that Hunter x Hunter does really well, is like there's people that are just pieces of shit and just do terrible things, but there is like a method to it. There's something holding them to reality, and that's why the Zoldicks are cool. Because they're the best assassins for a reason. They're willing to sacrifice their family members just to keep their reputation. It's not like this is the most important job they've ever taken. It's clearly a very formidable one, but like they take work from all kinds, and to fail is such a huge strike against their overall reputation that they built for themselves over generations. And that the fact that plays into their decision making in this fight, even though it's just the three of them in a ballroom somewhere duking it out for a cause that they don't personally believe in. They're hired by the mafia for their own interests.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit about the mafia. They care about their reputation, and that means something to them. You can tell. And I just love that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Great episode. Anything else we missed? The talk with Gon and Killua and kurapika.
Yeah.
I love how Gon's like pissed off, like, we want to help you. And then Killua's like, let me talk to him. And then 5 seconds, he's like, you motherfucker, will you listen? Like, and then Gon takes the phone back. we really want to help you, and Kurapika's not accepting their help.
You want to treat us like equals or as friends, and it's
Yeah.
like, well, you're certainly not his equals at this point. You're his friends, but like, you wanting to fight some guys and possibly like fucking it up for everyone else or getting yourselves
Why would
killed.
they fuck it up?
If they like tried to fight them and then just got killed.
They don't want to. They didn't say I want to get in I want to fight with you in a battle against the Phantom Troop. That's not what they said. They said we want to help take them down. That's I think that's perfectly fine. And Kurapika could use their help possibly. So Kurapika is being a little stubborn, but he is also trying to protect them because it is his fight. He's not expecting to walk away from this. Kurapika, you know, he bet all of his nen and his life on the on his like his ability to defeat them. He's literally staking everything on it because he doesn't envision a future. He's not thinking about, oh, I want to like say Sasuke, to make that comparison. Sasuke says, I want to restore my clan and destroy a certain someone. Kurapika doesn't want to like get married and have kids and repopulate the Kurta bloodline. He might want to collect the eyes again. He's sort of hinted at interest in that possibly. But he doesn't give a fuck about like the future. He's not thinking about the future. He's thinking about getting revenge and destroying the people that destroyed his life. So of course he won't accept Gon and Killua's help. He's not expecting to. He's not even visual. He doesn't even. There's nothing in him that like sees past killing these people. You know, he's not thinking about the future whatsoever, which is cool.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
I think that's pretty much
Leave
it.
a like and subscribe. We'll see you next time, Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye bye.